Honourable Speaker, at the party leaders meeting, you would recall, at the party leaders meeting, the request was made whether the vote on the 5th can be postponed if necessary, but to discuss the current situation, tragic situation that has faced the country, particularly with regards to taking policy decisions, that Parliament must convene and must discuss the current situation. And we ask the government to consider today, tomorrow, and actually for 3 days, whether we can have these discussions with regards to the current situation. The government said that they cannot postpone the vote on the 5th. And I, as my party leader, I agreed, and the opposition jointly also agreed, that the vote will be taken on the 5th if the government insists that it has to be taken on the 5th, and we will do it without a debate. But we asked the government that the current prevailing situation be discussed in Parliament today and tomorrow. At the very least, for the whole of today. For the whole of today, because there are serious shortcomings with regards to the way in which things were handled. If you take Jaffna, for example, 5 districts in the northern province, Jaffna was the least affected. The meeting with regards to disaster management was only held in Jaffna. The other districts of the northern province managed to come into the meeting actually unofficially. Unofficially, I mentioned this in the party leaders meeting. And therefore, we asked that the government at least allows us to discuss this prevailing situation today and tomorrow, and we will not have any debate. On the 5th, we will pass the budget. But the government refused to do that. The government refused to do that, and they only allowed us to discuss the prevailing situation till 12:30 today. Till 12:30 today. What's the point in doing that? And if the government's position is that members of Parliament have to be in their respective places digging ditches, I think there is something wrong. That is not our job. Our job is to talk about policy. In a situation that the country has faced unprecedentedly after the tsunami, we are supposed to be discussing policy here. That is our job. To dig some ditch somewhere, that is somebody else's. My party has enough members, we can delegate to get that done somewhere else. But we must discuss the policy here. For the government not to be willing to even discuss it beyond 12:30, I think it's just completely unacceptable. It's just essentially at a situation that is unprecedented that the country has faced. You are completely shutting out Parliament. You're completely shutting out Parliament. You are making our job in this place irrelevant. And it is because of that that the opposition decided that they are going to walk out. There was no agreement. There was no agreement that we will debate this or talk about this only till 12:30. We asked at least today, at least till the whole of today, allow us to discuss, and you have refused. That is the truth. There was no agreement. When we asked, when we were being reasonable enough to say that on the 3rd you can have off. 3rd you can have off. 5th we will come and we will just pass all the heads that you need. Despite us saying that, for you not to allow Parliament, the supreme legislature that allows us to discuss policy, not to sit, not to discuss, I think it's just completely unbecoming. It makes this whole assembly completely irrelevant, and there is no point in sitting after this.
மேலதிக செய்திகளுக்காக எமது யூடியூப் தளத்தை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் செய்யுங்கள்.